Oh man, what a blast the convention was. Now this was how you debut a cosplay. I have to definitely go over the overall highlights of how everything went. I mean, I got to set up right in front of a line of crowd that no idea that I was getting my suit ready. I had lots of eyes that were watching me. It was great that I had my friends were right there to help me there, get suited up, and it was memories to last for decades. Got to go over other things that happened there too. I mean, I went there fully suited up, and I got to meet Peter Cullen himself. Getting that bucket list of him signing my cosplay, I'm going to remember that till the day I die. There's a lot of things that I can say that are the happiest memories that I'm going to carry forever, and that definitely is one of them. There are things that I picked up on that were definitely quite the highlight. Like there were these 4 cosplayers that, you know, they too have really cool costumes. They attracted a lot of attention. I am not going to try and pick sides here, but what I heard as far as rumors go, that 4 of them couldn't get inside because they were too tall. Now, I did think at first, that's ridiculous, because I've seen other cosplayers that have came there and they've had suits that can be taller than a standard door frame and they can't walk through. So what gives? Now, after looking at some other accounts on Facebook and Instagram combined, it made that rumor have a little bit of dirt on it, or for lack of better words, they were not innocent. Like in some shots I had saw, they were walking in hallways that, needless to say, were pretty obvious they should not have walked in there. On the other hand, them getting kicked out just on their suits alone, like, it's not that they were too tall that kind of concerns me. It's the precedent that comes with it. What does that do with the future cosplayers that come there that are almost as large? Are they going to get the same treatment? If they come in and their cosplays are just a little too big, are they just going to get kicked out? Because I was thinking about that in the long-term future. If I come back there next year for other conventions, am I going to be stopped right at the front? Like, there's not even a mention on the cosplay rules on how large something can be, or the weight or size or material that can be made. Now, you got conventions like San Diego where they have specified rules, and you can go on their website right there and pretty much it'll show it right there, but that's a very large convention. So of course they're going to have added resources for people to look up. I mean, I think that you could use some AI chatbots and get that information right away and find that info. That's going to be up in the air for me to kind of decide if I find out that they're going to put more restrictions on the convention. I mean, as far as the people I got to meet, it was so fun to meet Jobby The Hong. If for you guys don't know, that's very popular YouTube amongst the toy community for those that are very into getting Transformers, Gundam figures. It was great to see him. I find him very hilarious. His sense of humor is not for everybody, but for those that get it, you know, here's his YouTube channel. Check it out down here. The cosplayers, like, man, there were so many between the four guys with their really tall stilts to, you know, Megatron, Transmetal 2. It was really cool. One of the other cosplayers that looked really cool was a Hedor from Beast Wars. His looked so immaculate, very, very beautifully detailed, and smooth, streamlined. Like, if you looked at it, you would think you couldn't tell it looked 3D printed. It was very great. It looked very, very beautiful. Let me see who else we had someone dressed up as Optimus Prime. I was quite surprised that was a female underneath that costume. But aside from that, I don't care. There's many cosplayers of different sexes, boys, girls. Doesn't matter. I think it's great that you come out there and dress and get suited up to become that character. It's expression of art and passion is what I'll say it feels like. Speaking of my friends, you know, when I worked on my cosplay, I had the instinctive thought that something was possibly going to break, because when I premiered my cosplay in Anaheim last year, what my costume looked like after I came back, needless to say, there were parts that broke down. And just in case, I brought a medical kit, or just a fix-it kit that would help me out. Let me see the specifics. The left elbow got dislodged where I had the connecting rods together. The wrist bones in the left hand of the Optimus Prime cosplay that snapped. So at some point, the wrist couldn't. I couldn't really rotate the hand any further. It just stayed like the wrist was just still, and yet my arm could move up. My actual hand could rotate, but yet my hand stood. The hand stood still. But one of my cosplayer friends, she was brilliant. I made my cosplay, and it took for me 5 years to make. And when I had this problem where I had not gotten one of the bolts to get fixed, what she used was literally a paper clip, a metal paper clip, and folded it in a manner that actually literally fixed it. Bravo and kudos to her. I applaud her so well for her ingenious on-the-spot engineering that I never thought to use a freaking paper clip. No, I just that never crossed my mind because I thought, how the fuck does a paperclip have the strength of like a bolt, like a metal bolt? But it worked. And also, I can't thank her enough for her being there to help me when some of the parts, like the front mud flap on my crotch, came off not once but 3 times. But she was right there to make sure and helped me stay fixed, so I didn't walk around with my undergarments exposed. So I absolutely applaud her for it, and I can't thank her enough. Thank you so much. And I'm deliberately not saying people's names because I don't know at this moment. I'm going to assume not many people want to have their names openly said out loud. I mean, I might have it put on the Facebook or Instagram hashtag, but at the moment I'm just going to go ahead and keep that discreet and not say their names. Unless they tell me to, then I'll come back here and re-edit it. But bravo and thank her. Everyone there did an excellent amount of a great job. They were there and they were my eyes and ears, and they kept me safe so that I didn't risk tripping at all. I am glad one of them was there to witness me firsthand when I showed up. A cosplay signed by Peter Cullen. He was in the middle of signing an autograph for a fan, and in his peripheral vision, he saw me, and he stopped me and he gasped when he saw me in my full suit with my helmet on. I took his breath away. And not exaggerating this, as I have a witness that was next to me, he absorbed that moment too. Once he got finished signing an autograph for one of the fans, I of course went over. As a fanboy, I almost spilled my heart and guts to him how much I endured making this character during COVID and just trying to keep my creative mind up and alive, and when we were going through such isolation. And I wanted to keep some good, happy memories of fictional characters just to stay positive, and one of them of course was Optimus Prime. All the memories of what I grew up with him and watching him in the TV, and of course bawling my eyes out seeing his character perish on that movie of 1986, and him coming back decades later in the live actions. I wanted to emulate that and bring that character to life and show him how much he meant to me and represent that in front of his eyes. And of course he was very proud and thankful for it, and he went ahead and we agreed to have my helmet signed. And I'm so happy that helmet is going to be staying here in this house, and it is not going anywhere. And I'm going to make sure I have that thing displayed on a display box, and it's going to be sealed, and it'll be remembered forever. Now, I need to make an apology to someone which is that fan that was getting an autograph from Peter Cullen. I know that my apology is not going to be enough to say I am sorry. I was just there. I didn't shout or get his attention. I just happened to be near his line of sight, and he looked up and stopped mid-sentence. That was not any of my actions. That was mainly him, and I'm sure did not mean to do that maliciously or on purpose. But I want to let you know, if I could go back and see you, and approach you and say my apologies, taking that moment away, I want to do that, but I can't. But at least you're hearing me that I am as very apologetic as I possibly can to say that I wish that not happened the way it had, and that he had continued paying full attention to you and focused and said his thanks, and then you met him out your way, and you would be happy with the autograph that you got. But as we know, it didn't. And so you're hearing it from me, Medistang, myself, just a cosplayer, like everyone else out in that convention center. I am sincerely sorry for ruining that one moment you had with Mr. Peter Cullen, and I hope you can forgive me for it. Talked to a lot of different people. I got the big premiere moment of getting my cosplay set up. My team that was there was so helpful, and I'll be more than happy to bring them again to relive this. I'll even go out of my way to try and make a cosplay suit for one of my handlers, just because it was such a great moment. And I know this alone was pretty exhausting as far as the planning and the preparation, the anxiety, the environment hazards, like leaving my cosplay in the car with raised up windows and hot interior. Kind of did some damage on my cosplay, but you know, that's a lesson I'll have to learn and make sure that I don't do again. And just like I said, meeting Robo Jesus himself was something that I'll always keep in my heart forever. And of course, you know, the overall moment of leaving the convention, feeling great that, you know, we shared some excellent memories, and the people I got to meet, and being thankful that my cosplay didn't break apart the moment during when I was inside the convention getting photos. And the last thing I'll conclude, which is a minor thing that happened, as soon as I stepped out of the convention, I am not shitting you, the straps to my chest and back that were probably screaming and holding on for dear life, they snapped like a GoDaddy bra commercial. Those straps snapped apart, and they were not coming back together again. You'll see my video where I basically dissect and show everything that finally fatigued and broke. But, well, that's just a lesson that I learned. This will probably be my only cosplay that I will make that will be made out of paper, although that may not be entirely true. I'm going to look into options of trying to add on or combine the paper method I used and maybe combining the EVA foam, since I'm learning definitely EVA foam is very useful and can bend and move much more than paper can. But if I want to bring that cosplay out again, I'll need to make some re-engineering things. And this time I'll add some details or features that are more modernized, or how I say, updated to new stories that Transformers is being introduced. But, oh well. So that's going to be it. I'm going to go and log off. Just make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Primus Builder. And here is my YouTube channel right there, and my Instagram page. Check them out. It really helps. I'm really trying to help build this channel, grow, and of course, learn more about building up cosplay suits, what they are, how much they mean to a lot of more people than just, you know, dressing up, you know, like it's Halloween. It's bigger than that. So, take care, and we will see each other next time.